Yeah, so PepsiCo put it all on.
Sponsoring the entire weekend. The halftime show as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, that I think that's actually Pepsi.
Just Pepsi?
It's so confusing. The whole umbrella of PepsiCo and the amount of products that fall under that umbrella is endless.
Like Lay's, I think, is underneath
Lay's,
it.
Tostitos, all Pepsi products. Some of the Starbucks drinks, the like double shot canned espresso, that's through Pepsi. And then like you get into Tostitos, and you have the Tostitos, the scoops, all the like the hint of jalapeno, the hint of lime. Like it just keeps going and going.
I wonder who's in charge of like separating the branding for all this stuff. It seems very confusing.
It is very confusing.
Someone who's good at spreadsheets, I bet.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who paid attention to the Excel class in college.
You know what sucks? I actually failed that class the first time I took it.
Nice. So did I.
It was really, and it doesn't seem like that hard. Now I'm good at it.
I've been doing it. I'm running my son's spring fundraiser.
Okay.
And so I've been getting back into, I got to have my spreadsheets with, the money in, money out and everything.
Well, the problem is, if you screw that up, you're going to be the one who has to put back in the money.
Exactly. Well, that was kind of my thought. I was like, if I screwed it up, all I got to do is write a check. So I was like, I'll play around and see if that's fun.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Any of them named Nick Mangold Jr.?
No.
So you're not going to put, you would never go senior on the back of the jersey?
I can't go senior, no. I didn't want to do that. And it also started, for some reason, like early on in high school, I knew that I wanted a son named Matthew.
Really?
I have no idea why.
Big fan of the Book of Matthew?
Maybe, I guess. But it was always Matthew. So his middle name's the same as mine, Matthew Allen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's Allen? Your dad? Grandfather?
Allen is my mom's dad. Grandfather passed years ago, so.
I have the same thing. My middle name is my grandfather's name.
Nice. Yep.
And I'll probably end up naming my son that. If I ever have a son. We'll see.
We'll see.
I got the marriage done. Now we got to figure out the rest of the part.
Although I hear it's not a requirement anymore. But
you don't need to. Listen, I waited until I was 30-something to get married. When did you get married?
We were 23.
You're lucky you're still together. Everyone I know who got married at 23, divorced.
We've been together. We started dating in high school. So we've been together.
Now, that's a common thing with athletes. Is it because you knew them before you became a star and they know the real you?
I guess. I don't know.
I always wondered that.
Yeah, I don't know the reason. It just worked out.
Did you guys go to college together?
No, we went to separate colleges. She went to Ohio University.
Okay.
Go Bobcats. I went to Ohio State University.
The Ohio State. Do they make you say that? Is that like day one orientation?
Yeah, I think so. It's just ingrained. Like you have to say the. Just like, you show up and they're like, oh, don't forget you hate Michigan. Like, oh, yeah, I got it.
Is it Michigan above all? Then it's what? What's next in the pantheon of teams you have to hate?
I don't think there is another team. Like the rest of them,
the rest of them are just
whatever.
like,
yeah. But Michigan, I mean, that's
not even Michigan State.
Michigan State, I mean, never
Wisconsin?
liked them. I don't like them, but it's not like there's not that pure, like you're born with it hatred.
Like Melvin Gordon was here. He played for Wisconsin, and he saw someone with a Golden Gophers hat, and he was furious.
Really?
It really seems like punching below your weight with that one. Like Minnesota, come on, like they were good once in the past 20 years.
Maybe twice.
They had Lawrence Maroney once.
They did.
And I think
Lawrence.
Who was the other guy? The Dallas running back was on that team too.
That was like the 05.
Barber, Marion Barber.
That was like 05.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah. That was so. That was the center, Greg Esslinger, for Minnesota.
Really?
And the only reason I know him.
It's because you're better than him.
No, but yes, but no. He's a great guy. But he ended up winning the Remington Trophy our senior year.
Really?
Yeah. So I've always held that if it wasn't for Greg and those two running backs, I'd have a trophy at home.
So do you think it was more him, or do you think it was more of the running backs?
I think they worked in together. They had a good running game, which their two running backs were great, and Greg was a part of the offensive line blocking to make that running game happen. So I think it just kind of worked together. Plus, I think he's prettier than me. So
I don't know about that. I think you're selling yourself short.
Well, I don't know. He's a good-looking man.
He's very handsome, is he? Dashing, maybe?
I believe I haven't seen him in years, but I assume he's still good.
I was asking the people that on. It's funny you say that because we were at media night talking to the Eagles and Patriots players. I asked them, who's your most handsome teammate? People very upset with that question. Would not answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That's a shame.
I know.
You know who was the most beautiful teammate I played with?
Mark Sanchez.
Eric Decker.
Really?
Oh, my God.
BDD, as they call him on the internet.
Who now?
I can't say it on camera, but that's what they call him.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're just hanging.
It's a good thing I haven't been cursing. He's got the button ready, though. Beep, 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 beep.
But he's got that reality show.
Yeah, I know. And
have you seen it?
Yeah, of course. So one day they were running a marathon on it because I think it was on E or something like that. So they were running a marathon.
Oh, I think he was running a marathon on the show.
No. They're running a marathon on the show, and Eric was always kind of, it was there, but he never talked about it, and he wasn't embarrassed by it, but it was another thing where it was like, I don't want to talk about it type thing. So, being the jokester that I am, we have TVs all throughout the building, and that day I turned every TV to the E channel, and it was just rolling constantly in the building, and it was fantastic. He was so pissed.
Why? He's on the show. Be proud of it.
I know. Well, I mean, he had some goofy moments on there, like the one time where he almost passed out when he saw a little bit of blood. Like I think she was giving birth to their first child, and I think they like did the pinprick for something, and he saw it and was like, she's there, like ready to give birth, and he's laying on the couch. But he is beautiful. And then Mark is very good looking too. I can't take anything away. I don't want that to take away from how good Mark is.
No, that's right.
He's in GQ.
We are not putting people down because of their looks. We're enhancing people because of their looks.
Trying to.
And there can be only one. It's like Highlander. There can only be one most handsome teammate.
This is true.
Were you on the team when Thomas Jones was on the team?
Mm-hmm.
Is his workout regimen as like intense as everyone says it is?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And his arms were like huge. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah. TJ was a
like
heck of a
0% body fat type guy.
I think probably like 2%. But
that's still abnormally low.
Yeah, he was a beast.
I remember I did a show with Keith Bullock one time, and throughout the course of the year, he just kept talking about like people go in like the off season, train with TJ. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, the guy is in the most ridiculous. I assume he's doing like CrossFit gyms now.
I would assume. I haven't seen him in a while, but you would assume, or he's doing like bodybuilding or something like that.
So you got to block for some really good running back. What was it like when LT came in?
LT was amazing. It was great watching LT because he kind of put his imprint on to Bilal Powell. And LT was great, obviously, out of the backfield, catching the ball, run the ball. But one of the big things that he had also was he knew protections. And he knew blocking and, where he needed to be, how he fit in with the offensive line. And he kind of taught BP that. And BP now is one of the best, I believe, all-around backs where he can, catch the ball in the backfield and run the ball, but he can also do great things in protection.
Is that the last thing that comes for running backs coming out of college, learning the protection schemes?
Oh, yeah, by far.
And some people just never get it?
And some people never get it, and some people never care to get it. Like, I'm good. Like, give me the ball, I run the ball.
It seems like more of a grinder running back type play. Like, hey, I mean, I don't want to throw shade at Adrian Peterson, but he's too good. I don't need to block kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, give me the ball to run.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm here for.
Are we going to have a wing? Or are you done with wings for the day?
No, you're more than welcome to have one.
I will have one.
They're fantastic.
They're also freezing cold now.
Are they?
But that's okay.
It happens.
They look delicious as they are.
Yeah, so you can find the recipe at GameDayGrubMatch.com and all the other recipes from the competition where we used many of the different PepsiCo products, and it was a lot of fun. And now this wing is actually down at Buffalo Wild Wings for the weekend. It's on the menu.
I assume there's one of those. I assume there's a Buffalo Wild Wings in the mall. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, but they tell me it is.
I think there's everything in this mall.
They said that when we're done here, we can walk to it. And I was like, well, that's going to be cold. Like, no, I think we can get to it in the mall. So I believe it's around here somewhere.
I mean, if you really want to do something, the Patriots are staying just down there. Oh, the Buffalo Wild Wings is down there? So you're going the opposite direction.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
You should go crash the Patriots hotel room and prank them.
Go stop in, say hi.